Hello guys, welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be looking at WAEC computer practicals, all right, 2022. So for this installment of the video, I'll be looking at the Excel part of this paper. I'd already treated the database using Access, all right, which is question 3. The link will be on the description below, all right. So the question says, so let me just read out the question first. Daniel James and 3 of his friends came up with the idea of starting a travel agency for college students in Nigeria. They invested 60,000 naira each and started their dream company, Summer Break Travels Inc. As sales continued to grow, the management of the Summer Break Travels Inc. realized they need a better tracking system for first quarter sales. Prepare a first quarter sales worksheet that shows the sales for the first quarter using the details in table 1. So table 1 is here. Okay, so our job first of all is to recreate the table on a spreadsheet. All right, so I'm just going to open my spreadsheet here. So get to B3 anywhere though, and then we recreate that. So I'm going to have location right here. Location, in bracket vacation place. All right, and then let me just make sure that okay, so let me expand it so that it will show. So the next thing is to have marketing outlets. Okay, marketing outlets, and then in brackets naira. So let me represent naira as n. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the whole of the required data, right? So let me just fast forward. All right, guys, so I've succeeded in entering all data. All right, so the next thing I want to do now is to try as much as possible to make my table look like what we have in the question paper. Now the first thing I'm going to do now is to make sure that location is spanned across 2 cells, which is the column form. So I'm going to just merge it. All right, so I'm going to merge the cell. All right, and I will bring up the text up here. Right, and that thing I'm going to do is to actually merge the whole of this cells across here. So I'm going to just let me just use merge and center. Okay, so it will look like what we have here. The next thing is to make the whole of my work to be Times New Roman. But let me just select everything and make it Times New Roman. So Times New Roman, and then probably increase the font a little bit just for readability, or just okay, yeah, let me just increase the font, or should I just zoom in a tiny bit? All right, just one step, something like that. The next thing is to let me just adjust this to come in a little bit, and then text wrap this to drop a tiny bit, and then of course across here I need to make this to be at the middle, making sure all data is showing, and also have a border around all the data. So I'm going to use this and then have all borders, right? What else? So I'm going to also text wrap this to be able to see the text in the cell, right? Okay, so what else? Let me just see how it looks in the question. Okay, so so the numbers are left aligned, I think. Some are center or something. So but let me just be consistent. Let me just make everything center. Let me just make everything center. and then of course let me adjust this, and then make these ones also the heading to be also center aligned, and of course everything here I think is italic, so let me make this also italics. What else do I have there? Okay, as a matter of fact, this is 437.20. Let me just be sure I captured that. 437.20. Why did the zero disappear? Here also did, oh, it disappeared. Okay, so let me actually make it a currency or something, or number. Let me just format it as number or something like that. Right click right there, go to format cells. From format cell, I want to get to number. I want to get to this number. Make everything 2 decimal places. What else? And then have use 1000 separator, and then okay that. So I'll have something like this. So the zeros will remain. Right, because from the table here we have the 1000 separators. So even though this one does not have, but that's fine. The campus Obudu Park Calabar. Okay, so I think we've been able to make it to look like what we have in the question. So the next thing is to continue with the question. So the question says use. So of course the question A here, use function or formula, compute the total sales at each marketing outlet. Okay, each marketing outlet. So we have the mail, campus, telephone, and internet. So of course we want the totals to be down here. So we have equals. So we use the sum function. I'm going to select my range here and then enter. So repeat the same thing. In fact, I'm going to drag across to have my what will I say, total here. All right, E4 to E7. So I think the totals are here. So I will just adjust my the cells to be able to contain the numbers. All right, so that's it for this one. So the next question will be, so this question is gone. So to compute the total amount of money made for each vacation place, create another column total. Okay, so each vacation place, of course, they are Bar Beach, Trans Amusement Park. I think it's park, not part. Let me just be sure. That's park. Where did I write part there? So park, please. Park. Okay, so we're going to create total here, and then calculate the total for each of the vacation place. So I'm going to have equal sign, sum function, and then from mail to internet, C4 to F4, enter, and then replicate the same formula across. Remember to stop at Obudu Park Calabar. Okay, so don't stretch it down to this point, otherwise it will calculate the grand total for the total down here. All right, so I'm going to adjust my column so that everything will contain. Make this guy come up, center line that. Of course, extend the border to every one of these, and then make this italic. Of course, also merge this place on merge and center again, and then you have it right there. All right, so we found the total here for each vacation place, and then we found the total for each outlet. All right, so let's look at the next question. So here, done, right? So question B now, format the table using the instruction below. So the first one, the title. So the title is going to be Summer Break Travels INC. First quarter sales should be bold and in uppercase. Okay, so let's go and give it a title now. So I'm going to give a title here. In fact, let me just insert a row. Let me just insert one row because I always like this place to be free. All right, so let me just use capital letter and then insert the title, which says Summer summer break. Is it summer break? Let me be sure. Summer break travels. Okay. Summer break travels. Travels, comma, INC. To stop first quarter. First quarter sales. So let me be sure of what I'm saying. First quarter sales should be bold and in uppercase. Okay, so it's already in uppercase. So I'm going to just select across here, merge the whole of this. Okay, merge and center, and then make it bold, just to look, like. And of course, have this whole the border around the cells. Okay, so this is it. So that's for that. So the next one is to under locations, all cells under locations now, all cells should be aligned left, but total should be, excuse me, aligned right. Okay, so so under here, everything here should be left aligned, right? So total should be right aligned, right? Let me be sure. Yeah, aligned right. All right, total should be aligned right. So fill the table with white background 1, darker 25. Okay, so we select the whole of the table and then go to, let me just resize this one to the left. Go to this bucket here, which is the fill color, and then hover over the gray part of the background. So this one is darker 15%. We need 25%. So when you go down, you see white background 1, darker. So this one is the darker 25%, as you can see. So I will choose that. Okay. So we're done with this, with everything here. Okay. So the next one is the C part. Create 2 charts for the first quarter sales. Okay, so we're going to create two charts for the first quarter sales now. So the first one, a pie chart stating the most effective sales method. The most effective sales method. Okay, so if you take a look at the totals here under the each sale method, which is mail, campus, telephone, internet. You can tell that mail is 17,000 something, right? So which means that through mail, a lot of people really subscribe to the the vacation through mail, and then the rest 16, 14, and then you have 16,000 something. So we're going to create a pie chart based on the data. So what I'm going to do is to select my outlets, right? Am I correct? By saying the most effective sales method. So select the sales method, which are the mail, campus, telephone, and then hold down my control key to get their total, right? Yeah. So after selecting my data, I'm going to go to insert, and then from there to pie chart, click the first one. This is what I need, right? So let me just make it a little smaller. All right. So so let's bring out the labels, right? So the label I need will be, let's say, how's it going to be now? Let's have it outside. I like it outside actually. So I'm going to select that. And then how do I want my, let me just see whether I can adjust some of these. Okay, so let me just leave it like this and then find the rest. So let me see whether I can adjust how it looks. Let me see whether there's another one. I don't need that. Okay, so let's have this. Let me adjust the the legend. Is the legend? Let me see. Click on this. Legend should be at the bottom. I like. Let me see. I like this one to be in percent. Okay. So let me just leave it. Best fit outside. I need this one outside. Then I can probably right click on this, then format data label, or format data label, come on, and then go down to, I need it in percentage. I don't need it in values, I just need it in percentage. Should I put value there? Yeah, no, percentage is okay. And then go down to number. I want to take percentage here too, and then I want to be sure that it's in two decimal places here. Okay, the reason why I want to do that is because to show the distinct difference because of the closeness of the values, right? Good. So I will select that. What's the next thing? So the next thing is to put a title here. I just want to put a suggestive title, which is let me see. Let me see from the question. Effective sales method. Okay, most effective sales method. So let me just say most effective sales method. Okay, so obviously, if you look at the chart now, you can tell that the most effective sales method will be the blue, which is the male, right? So what I'm going to do is to click on this on the chart and then click again to be sure that the male part is selected. So I'm going to drag it out a little bit just to emphasize that this is the most effective sale, because of course it's 26.38. This one is what's this one? This one is the internet. Internet is 25.75. So which means that the male, he has the most effective method, right? What else am I not adding here? So I will also make this male to be, let me just make it to stand out to be black, something like that. The colors here, let me just have this one to be red, completely red, and then this gray one here, which is the telephone, let me just make it to be real blue, dark blue, something like that. So I want everything to stand out. This one is not red. Oh, come on. I need it to be red, red, red. Thank you. So let it stand out like this. So this is what I want, and then we've done this. Now, if you have any question on this or any suggestion or any addition, please leave a comment down below. I'll be glad to, you know, to see what you got. All right. So we have different styles. So you can choose any of the styles here to, have your what's it called, your pie chart. So any form of any of these, you can choose them. But I always like the simplest one, so I'll just leave it like this. All right. So the next question will be a bar chart stating the most popular vacation place. So the most popular vacation place. Let me move this guy to the side here first. So the most popular vacation place. So the vacation places are the Bar Beach, Lagos, the Trans Amusement Park, Ibadan, Agudu, which are these guys over here, right? So of course the total here will help us to determine the most popular vacation place. So of course the most popular should be the one that rakes in the most money, something like that, right? So, or the one that has the highest total, right? So we're going to draw a bar chart now. So I'm going to select the locations and then hold down my control key and then select the total, right? And then go to insert. From insert, sorry, we need a bar chart now. A bar chart now. Then the first one. So I'm going to click on the first one here. So it will automatically create a bar chart for us, right? So obviously from this, you will see that Ogud is the highest. Okay, Ogud is the highest with how many? So you can also adjust this what will I say now? Yeah, the chart to be able to show you more info if you want that. As you can see, if you click on data label, you can have it this way. So where the value will show on top of each bar, right? I also want the axis. Okay, so this axis now, the x-axis will give me, I will say location. So I'll call it location. Let me write it in capital letters, matter of fact. Location, and then this the y, or the vertical axis, please. This is vertical axis. The location is the horizontal axis. Okay, so this is the vertical axis. So I'm going to give it to be, will I say total now? Okay, let me just give total. Should I say total revenue or something like that? Total revenue. Am I correct with the revenue? Am I correct? What's wrong with me? Look, I think I'm correct. Revenue. Whatever. Okay, revenue. I need to have, yeah. So something like that. So you can give it anything you want, though. All right. So I can have the most popular. I can write the title as the most popular location or vacation place. Sorry, vacation place, something like that. So you can give it a random title. I need to give this guy capital letter. Let it be consistent with the other axis. So I'll give it a total revenue. All right. So this is it right here. So we've created the two charts now. Okay. So that's about it. So type in the formula used in calculating the total for each location below your table, enclosed in this quotation mark, right? Type in the formula used in calculating total for each location below your table. All right. So below my table, so let me keep this guy to the side too. Let me keep this guy here. So I'm going to have this guy here. So the rest, of course, I can just populate the rest. So I'm going to have all of them here and then wrap it up. All right. So what they want is the formula that we used here. So I'm going to click on each of them. So here I have this formula. So I'm going to just copy it, Control C, and I press Escape to remove the selection, and then I'll paste. So I'll have quotation mark. Sorry, quotation mark. I'm pressing Control now. Quotation mark, and then I'll paste the formula. So when you have quotation, when you put inside quotation mark, it's not going to function, right? Unless you remove it, then it'll function. So I'll do the same thing with Trans Amusement Park Ibadan. So I'm going to copy the formula, copy it here, press Escape again, go right there. So let me just paste it and see. Let me see. If you paste it now, it's going to give you the formula. It's going to work on the figure. So I'll just go right there, put the quotation mark in my formula bar, and then so the formula will be able to show. So I'll do the same thing for Agodi. Agodi, select, copy, press Escape, come here, have my quotation mark, in between the quotation mark, paste the next one, which is Obudu Park. So copy this guy, copy, come here, sorry guys. So I'm going to copy that again, Control C, and then press Escape, and then have my quotation mark. So in between that quotation mark, I'll paste, right? So there's something I forgot on this bar chart. So this bar chart now, obviously, Agodi is actually the highest vacation place, right? By the total, judging from the total. So since I made the what's it called, the mail, I pushed out the mail and then I made the quadrant black. So I'm going to make the bar for Agodi Gardens. I'm going to make it black. So I'll right click on it and then go to fill and then make it black just to stand out. Sorry, undo. So everything is selected. That's why. So I'm going to click again to select just only the Agodi Garden bar, and then select that and then makes it black. So it's to stand out, to tell us, okay, this is actually the location with the highest revenue, more or less. Okay, and also this is why I made it black, is in case if you're printing in black and white, if your printer is in black and white, you can actually stand out. So the other ones might be gray somehow, and then the black will be really black, something like that. All right. So I'm going to, so this is the formula we use for each of the um each of the total for each location. So I'm going to still have border around it. All right, so this is it. So the next question, so type in the formula. So I think we're done here, and then print out your work and submit to the supervisor. All right, so let's arrange our work in such a way that we'll be able to save. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry this guy down here to this place, and then the next is the bar chart. I'm going to carry the bar chart down. Right, so let me resize it to be a little smaller. Yeah, I just hope it will fit in one page. If it doesn't, that means we are going to move the charts to one page, right? So let's go to file and then print. So of course we're going to see print preview. Let's see how our work is going to look like. Here is in portrait, I guess. So let's make it sorry, it's in landscape. So let's make it portrait. Obviously it's selecting only the it's kind of printing only the selection. So I'm going to click outside here and then go back again and then print, and then we'll have this. So I think, wow, okay, so we have enough space to be able to have our work. So I'll just go, okay, so let me just get to page layout here and then see that I'm in one page. I want to be sure that I'm in one page. So move this guy, oh sorry, Control Z to undo. So move this guy down a little bit, making sure it doesn't go over to the second page. So we're still in page one here. So I'm going to just adjust this guy too. That is the bar chart. Adjust it also. Yeah. So I think that's about it. So by the time I go to print and then see the preview. Oh, sorry. I need to click outside first. Yeah. So print and then see the preview. So everything is showing here. So you can actually print all your work in one place. Now, another thing is this. Please endeavor to have your name and your registration number and all that in every printer. So as you can see, my reg number is not here. So what you can do is you just click on this page layout instead of, so normally it's always in this format. So if you want to access your header, you can actually just click on this page layout. So it will show you the pages, how they look, and then you can, from the header or the footer, you can add your name or something. So you can also bring out the header or footer from insert if you wish to. So I'm going to have my name as, so let me just leave it in Kechuku Anolefo. All right, comma, and then you can have your center number or your registration number and all that. All right, so you can actually, so you can go to print. Let's see how it's going to look like. Okay, so all your information will show at the header. Another thing I would like us to do is also, before you do anything, please, I suppose to have done this at the beginning. Please save your work before you continue, just in case. Okay, because of power, outage. So I'm going to save mine on a desktop, somewhere in a folder on a desktop. Let me find desktop. So let me assume that this is where I'm going to save my work. So I'm going to have it as WASC. So anyhow, just get one and then have your center number at the back of it, something like that. So I will save that. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's about it. So let me be sure. Any other question? Okay. So I've treated number 3. So I'm going to leave the link to this number 3 question in the description down there. All right. So let's see our printout one more time and then see how it looks like. So everything is cool. So you can go ahead and print. So thank you so much. Please, if you have any suggestion, any alternative to everything I've done, please leave a comment down below. I will appreciate your suggestion. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.